After all, his airbags can really block quite some spaces.
Yeah, I definitely think we could definitely see Florian here. I think for this map, he could be really good with like blocking off the church, other areas, and whatnot. Um,
Especially the entrance to the church when the basement is there.
yeah, no, I personally really like. My favorite map has got to be Red Church because there's like so many walls, and I really like cutting on this map. Even if I flop, I don't care. I like this map. But I also think we could definitely see Dream Witch or Ivy, especially with how small this map is, and
Dream Witch.
how I think they could control it like really well.
Well,
The map control would be insane.
Dream Witch has a good control after all. With all the
Yeah,
leeches.
same with Ivy. I think I would hope to see either a witch or a Ivy here.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like we're going back once again into the bans. We are gonna see a Doctor and Antiquarian ban.
I'm thinking Hermits.
Ooh, it could be. And we are also gonna see a QS ban here from Survivors. I can see it happen, especially if you're gonna get cipher locked against QS on a small map.
Yeah, no, Cubus is one of like the worst characters to go against on Red Church.
We are also gonna see Gravekeeper and Puppeteer being picked here. Quite a strong picks, as I was expecting that Puppeteer as well. He's quite tanky after all.
A Novelist, okay. I definitely think we're going for like some more meta picks here from the Survivor side. Novelist has been banned. So we're gonna be seeing a meteor. Holy moly. Meteorologist. Wendy! I'm done.
That name is so hard to pronounce.
Meteorologist.
Yes, of course.
Meteorologist, okay. Yeah.
Maybe we're
You
gonna
guys
see
got it.
Mad Eyes this time. Mad Eyes could be good on this map, I believe.
Yeah, no, it is like small maps are really good for like control hunters. I would say I think it's good for Wuchang as well.
We are also gonna see Archer bans, so we are gonna see the same bans from the Hunter as in the previous match. As well, we are gonna see Gardener being picked. So I think you were right about Gardener. I'm not surprised. I see Schnappy play a Gardener quite often whenever I see them inspecting the pros.
Yeah, no, I remember them definitely as a gardener. I did not expect to see the gardener.
I was kind of expecting that.
Question, why is Orpheus staring at that during the pick and ban phase? I don't like him. Really ugly.
He's just being like that. Let Orpheus be. But these are quite interesting things.
If Opera Singer wasn't banned, I would say I think she would be really good on this map, especially because it's small. She can get everywhere very fast. That's with the most things. Peddler, Queen Bee, I think they would perform pretty well on Red Church because it is so small.
Yes, I do agree. The Survivors have just locked in their talent, so now we will be able to see who will be the hunter here. Hullabaloo.
It'll be a hullabaloo. Okay, no, not really a big surprise there.
I was expecting that. I was expecting that hullabaloo. I was expecting that. But this is gonna be interesting. Do you think will be chased first? Because I'm saying the first chase might be Gardener here.
I could definitely see that, but looks like it could be Wendy, or they're just gonna go straight to church, straight through church, and go for the gardener.
Yes, we are gonna see Borrowed Time and Flywheel on Meteorologist. We are gonna see Tide and Borrowed Time on Gravekeeper, obviously. There's gonna also be Tide on Puppeteer along with Knee-Jerk, and Borrowed Time and Knee-Jerk on Gardener. So we are gonna see only one no borrowed time here.
Yup, that compared to, I think, previous matchup, no? This is a lot more borrowed time.
I think they're gonna try to go as much as possible into the end game here. So as there's not gonna be too much of a problem when it comes to popping the last cipher, with, for example, the person dead on chair going down when the cipher is primed, but them not having the borrowed time. So they're playing a lot more saver here, especially with Gardener and Puppeteer being able to tank quite 3 or even 4 hits here.
Yeah, I'm really excited for how this is gonna play out.
Unless Hullabaloo will risk it a bit and go for the Gravekeeper.
Ooh, that could be possible, but that's a lot of hits for
Yes, I
sure.
do agree. The Hullabaloo is going to the church. However, the meteorologist has already rotated out of it. But we are gonna be heading here for Gravekeeper, actually.
Yeah, well, I'm a little bit scared for Meloe here.
Yeah, we are already having two, like, black and white ball here, so now it's only the red one. However, the Gravekeeper is already in his shovel here.
Yeah, this is there's just gonna be so much hits with Gravekeeper. I personally wouldn't have chased him. It'd
Yeah,
take
it's
too long
tricky.
and I'd just cry.
We are gonna see a second shovel here being used, as well as it seems like the Hullabaloo is having peepers, along with influence and detention.
Ooh, it's definitely looking a little scary here.
Yes, it's looking a bit rough. As for the fact, we need only one more color on Gravekeeper here for him to go down and for Hullabaloo to have full presence here. And we are gonna see Gravekeeper going down, unfortunately.
Yeah, he did stay in the corner just so he wouldn't get hit until the Hullabaloo has to switch, so that was really smart of the Gravekeeper.
Yes.
The ciphers are almost done at least. The first three ciphers then.
The
So
first
it
cipher has
wasn't
already
too
popped.
bad.
The first cipher has already popped, and it seems like Meteorologist will be heading out here. I think. Yes, it will be Meteorologist going here for the rescue, using her cloud to get to the chair safely. And we are gonna get that rescue off with Meteorologist taking 1 hit. And Gravekeeper going down, unfortunately, with the hits both from the clone and the main body.
Looks like the puppeteer will be going in for the second rescue with Tide this time. Hoping to stall a little bit more time. The
Rescuing
cipher in church is not yet finished.
the Hullabaloo is
And
already on full presence, so rescuing here is a bit tricky as for the fact that if you take damage, one of the colors is still staying on you. But Puppeteer manages to get the rescue here.
ooh,
However,
looks like he tried to slap that puppeteer but didn't quite get it.
yes,
The fourth cipher is already almost done. They just have to start on the fifth.
yes, Gravekeeper will die in corner here to be as far away as possible from ciphers and to take as much time as possible to get chaired. It will be the first survivor being sent to the manor, and it seems like Meteorologist and Puppeteer are healing here, which is very smart due to the fact that they are both injured. And yeah, Puppeteer needs to be healed by an injured teammate for him to be able to get healed overall, unless he's in a team with psychologists or barmaids, for example. We do not see them here,
Yeah.
so we have seen Meteorologist and Puppeteer heal, and Gardener being pursued here on the graveyard. Yeah, we are gonna take the
Ooh,
hit here. And we are only missing one color here and with no palette, so Gardener will unfortunately go down here.
yeah, they still need to finish this cipher, unfortunately, though it is at 93, so it's not impossible. The gardener just needs to cut away a little bit for the puppeteer to finish it. I think they're definitely gonna save a little bit more when it's critical, so that the other cipher is gonna be primed.
Mm.
Um,
The
only
Puppeteer is
person that doesn't
already.
have borrowed time here is the puppeteer, so he does have to be relatively careful.
We are gonna see Louis being already used just in case of that red color, but unfortunately we are not
That
gonna be
was
able to get
really
this.
unfortunate.
Yeah, this is the problem with full present Hullabaloo, unfortunately, with that one color being still applied when you get hit.
Yeah, the hullabaloo's a little bit tricky and fast-paced, so I'm just kind of like, for me, he's a little hard to deal with personally.
Yes, I do agree. Meteorologist is already heading for the rescue. Can she get it? Yes, she's able to get it off. Use the flywind, and Gardener will be using her shield to try and get at least a little bit away here. We are gonna see the wind from Meteorologist to assist Gardener a little. It was able to buy her some time. Unfortunately, the Meteorologist goes down, and Gardener is kiting towards the church, and unfortunately, she's also going down.
Yeah, looks like neither of them can get up in time and pry both of the ciphers, unfortunately. Um,
No, Puppeteer can actually pick himself up if he can kite a bit from Meteorologist to be healed, and maybe be able to pop the ciphers. Maybe something can be done here.
yeah, but it would take quite a bit because she would have to go back and forth and like the distance between the ciphers. I definitely
Yeah.
don't think it's looking good for DHL here. I think they should definitely try to settle for a one man. The dungeon is very fortunately right there, but looks like Meteorologist is gonna have to kite this out.
Hullabaloo knows that Puppeteer doesn't have borrowed time anymore, so he's able to slug here a little. He's already heading for the meteorologist, which she's already in the cottage. We are using Cologne to put black color on her, as well as Peeper, and she's gonna go down due to the double color hit. And this is gonna be a 4K for Hullabaloo from Nova team.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate, but yeah, no, that was a really good game though.
Yes, I agree. The survivors did very well. And also, I'm kind of impressed by some of these Hullabaloo clones. They were quite accurate here.
Yeah, they were relatively good. I remember I saw how they tried to snipe the puppeteer after they rescued the gravekeeper with Tide, but unfortunately missed it. Though most of the clones have been really good, especially the one at the chair where he managed to tear a shot.
Yeah, also he knew what he is doing when he was going for Gravekeeper first. Even if he's gonna be kited for some time, by the time Gravekeeper goes down with 2 shovels being used, he's already full present as we have seen. So rescuing becomes relatively much more difficult here for the survivors. Even when you're a character like Puppeteer, like Gravekeeper, it's still much harder.
Yeah. I mean, a Gravekeeper is 4 hits. It was relatively scary. Though I was definitely expecting to see a little bit of pallet dropping and then hiding under it because that's a common Gravekeeper strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Though I don't think the Gravekeeper had the opportunity to do that, unfortunately, because
Yes,
he
it
was
was
literally
hard.
right up his ass.
And he was also the clone was quite often being set on the red color around the pallets. So even if Gravekeeper wanted to drop down the pallet and get into the shovel mode, it was impossible for him to do. And if he tried to move away from him, just to do that, Hullabaloo was already able to destroy the pallet and cut off the entire plan here.
Yeah, that's for sure. Lord. That was
And, and
really
also with the
interesting,
insolent.
honestly.
And also with the insolent, full presence on the first rescue was also a lot. But I really like how the rescues went here. They were quite accurate, and they were very here in the favor of Nova team.
Yeah, for sure. But looks like we'll be, what's it called? We'll be seeing Justice play this time.
Yes,
And
Justice as the DHL hunter against Nova survivors. I'm telling you, this is gonna be a Naiad game. I am telling you, this is gonna be a Naiad.
I'm pretty sure the current scores is 4 points for DHL and 9 points for Nova.
Yes,
If I calculated correct, right? If I calculated correct, I'm kind of bad. I dropped out. Okay.
I think you're right here, but I'm not sure myself. But I'm pretty sure you're accurate here.
Yeah, no, I think I'm correct. Since we're in the second round and we're gonna see the second half now. So yeah. It's
Yes, round.
definitely looking good for Nova, but obviously in the second half we could definitely tie it up if Justice manages to get a 4K here. No
Mm-hmm.
stress.
We will see. We are heading right away into the bands. What are we gonna see in bands? I'm quite intrigued. We're gonna see Doctor and Seer ban
Yep.
multiple hit characters, which is understandable, especially with Doctor's buff, where she can get instant heal within these two little bottles. But we are also gonna see a Naiad ban, so unfortunately, no Naiad.
Yeah, I don't think they want to die today, but yeah.
Understandable, with her buffs, it's hard to even rescue against her. We are gonna see Novelists and Meteorologists being picked by Nova survivors. Quite strong picks, if you ask me. And we are also gonna see a Mercenary ban here.
Ooh, mercenary ban. I'm not sure if I see that quite often. Looks like we currently have novelist, meteorologist, and gravekeeper. I'm very excited for another gravekeeper. I really love gravekeeper.
He's one of he is one of the strongest rescuers currently in the game, so this is pretty much expected to see him here. And we are also gonna see an
Yeah.
Antiquarian ban. What do you think could that be?
I have no idea. I would if I didn't know any better. I think I would say another doctor. Sorry, Balu, my bad. I mean, sure, we'll have a Doctor Hunter. Why not?
Yes.
But yeah.
The Nova Survivor team will be Novelist, Meteorologist, Gravekeeper, and Archer in total. So we are gonna have we're gonna have one harasser, two characters who can make distance here, with Novelist being able to use his book, and Meteorologist being able to use her wind, and a quite strong rescuer, which will take multiple hits to go down.
Yeah, speaking of Gravekeeper, actually, I remember, I think 1 or 2 codes ago, I did not see him played quite often. I'm pretty sure this was before Goldman came out. And he seemed to be, or at least from what I remember, I could remember this really badly, or could misremember it. But
Mm.
he was not meta back then, and I just remember being so upset that Gravekeeper wasn't played in Koa. Like,
We are
no,
gonna
I want Gravekeeper.
Peddler. We are gonna see a Peddler here being played. How do you feel
I
about
can
that?
definitely see that. I can definitely see why. With the dance. Obviously, Doctor is gonna be really annoying for Peddler with the chips because as a Peddler, you want those chips so that when they come back, you just chip them again and they're downed.
Yes, of
Gone.
course. And even if Doctor can heal herself, she can also heal her teammates' chip damages here. So this can be very annoying for the Peddler here.
And of course, with Doctor, the chip damages take a lot faster to heal, so it's just they go to the Doctor, heal for like 5 seconds, and they're ready to go.
Yes, of course. We are gonna see Tide here on Meteorologist and Gravekeeper in total. Meteorologist will be also running Knee Jerk Reflex here. Novelist will be running Borrowed Time and Flywheel, as well as Archer will be running Full Kite with Flywheel and Knee Jerk.
Yeah, that sounds about right, for sure. I know meteorologist often does carry Tide. It's usually the second Tide.
Mhm.
And yeah.
I think the
Obviously,
Peddler might.
flywheel could be really good for that really annoying vine. But you just gotta make sure you time it right. I know personally, every time I've tried to vine or flywheel the vine, I have failed. I've got many peddlers. I've failed.
Tricky. It's very
so
tricky.
hard. It's really hard.
Personally,
I don't know.
Personally, I think that Peddler can go for Novelist here, since if he gets vined and he will not be able to fly with that vine, it's quite easy to hit him here due to the fact he's not able to use the book here. So he might be the first chase here. Meteorologist technically, if she times it very well, she can use her wind before she gets stunned by the vine and potentially push the peddler away. However, this
That is
requires a lot.
true. Yeah, it's definitely gotta be really tricky. And it's a little hard to do, especially if the pedal is very far away from you. It could be too near impossible.
We're gonna see the peddler grab already the little chip thingy here, and she's gonna be heading here towards the novelist, as I have pretty much expected here. She's a bit confused about the direction, but she finds it now. I think she's gonna try and chip him first instead of the vine. Oh,
Ooh,
I love.
cancels the little the portal, I would say.
Yes, and also a very
And
beautiful
gets a
book here.
palisson. Yeah, it's relatively good. Cancel the
Also,
ability.
also, we are gonna see a peeper along with detention and triumph card here on peddler. So this is, I would say, quite a standard band, and we are not gonna see a missed blink here.
Ooh, unfortunately misses the hit, but does get the chip damage.
Yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off here. She's gonna be grabbing
I
another
wouldn't really
wall.
say that.
I
It
mean,
would have been nice
technically,
if she got the hits, but it's just the chip that was not needed.
it's better this than nothing after all.
I
It
mean,
seems like
that for sure.
we're gonna be seeing the vine. However, Novelist was able to kite it out a little. The ciphers are looking quite high here. And beautiful
Ooh,
flywheel.
that was
Another
a
pallet
really good
stun.
pat.
Another
Yeah,
pallet
it was
stun
a
with
really
book
good
here.
flywheel.
This novel is doing quite well here, and two ciphers are being able to pop during this kite, with only one chip here.
Yeah,
Oh,
still not
another!
getting that hit. This novelist is low-key kind of goated, I would say.
I would say
Palette sucks.
this is already a free cipher kite with no. Oh, we are gonna see the second chip hit here. However, this might be a bit tricky due to the fact there's no blink, there's peepers only, and we see Gravekeeper coming in to assist a little.
Yeah. Looks like we will just be hitting the Gravekeeper, reasonable.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
we
be
might
changing
just be
targets.
switching on him.
Yes, the Gravekeeper will go down here. There's no basement. The two last cipher haven't already started. We are grabbing another chip here, and we are gonna go and share.
Yep. So she doesn't have to go all the way around. Really good, play here.
We are gonna be bringing Gravekeeper here to the basement, which can help the peddler here, as for the fact with the progress of the ciphers being already quite high here. But
I would say, I think the Gravekeeper definitely could get out of basement very quickly with his shovel, because he still has two pretty much almost full shovels. Um,
Meteorologist is already feeling tinnitus here, and we have one person on cipher here. However, Peddler will be locking it off, which will have two stacks of the little collar thingy. I forgot the name, to be fair. Meteorologist is in the basement, however, the rescue will happen after half.
it will be with tight though, so the Gravekeeper is definitely gonna get out. Unfortunately, I think it's gonna be timed just in time, and the Gravekeeper does have borrowed time.
Mm. We are still
It's
gonna be
definitely not
pursuing.
looking good for Justice here.
Unfortunately, we are not getting this vine, sadly. Gravekeeper goes down, but the cipher is being popped, and we have 4 men in endgame here.
Yep, this is looking really good for Nova here. The dungeon is here too, and so if the Gravekeeper manages to kite it, or not,
We
they're
are
deciding
gonna
to trade
teleport.
swap to teleport.
We are gonna see another beautiful book here from the novelist. Unfortunately, no
Mischievous
Palestine,
novelist.
and he goes down.
Finally got that novelist.
At least he is out. But
She
novelist's
just
kite was
teleports, that's
very.
fine too.
But the novelist's kite was very good, if you ask me.
Yeah, this is likely still gonna be a 3-man for Nova, meaning that it'll be, let's see,
It
5
should.
5 for DHL and 12 for Nova. It's definitely not looking all too good here.
either way, both sides have played well. After all, maybe it wasn't. Maybe the peddler was struggling here with the novelist guide, but at the end of the day, both sides are doing their best. They're playing as well as it's possible for them. They're doing their best, and it's quite interesting to see. But I have to admit, the novelist guide was very impressive.
Yeah, it was definitely really good and really long. I feel
Yes.
like it was definitely better to possibly just chase somebody else.
Yeah, I think the peddler could have swapped the targets a bit earlier, but maybe she really wanted to commit to the fact it would be the easiest to chase novelists with the vine. I mean, maybe if the peddler used the vine some more, maybe it would be a bit easier, but either way, the Justice has did his best in this match, same as the Nova survivors.
Yeah, it's definitely not currently the scores aren't looking too good for DHL here, unfortunately. However, let me see. I need to think. If they were to get a because I'm assuming DHL Hunter is gonna play now again.
Depends on which faction will be picked by by another team. It already depends
Or at
who
least
will
I
be.
think I'm not too sure, but if Justice gets a 4K, meaning that they'd get 5 more points, they would have. Oh wait, hold on. It says 11. Oh wait, hold on. Eli needs to think. Sorry, I was looking at another matchup. My bad. That was wrong.
Eli. Eli, my dear. We need lock in. Eli, lock in. Lock in.
Listen, okay, wait. You know what? Let me get the calculator. I'm gonna get the calculator.
Calculator.
Listen, it's really hard to do the math.
Oh my god. But either way, do we have any speculations for round 3?
Ooh, I'm definitely not too sure.
I want to see that fire investigator. Mello, if you somehow hear me, please play that fire investigator. Please.
Though I think if DHL managed to either 4escape or 4K, depending which faction goes first, I think they definitely would still have a chance to come back. Because if they 4K or 4escape, they would be at 10 points and Nova would still be at 12. Meaning, if they get a 3escape or 3K in that case, they should be able to win the matchup, I think.
It all depends on what we will see, but maybe we'll be able to see more of meta picks to secure maybe a tie or Freeman even.
Yeah. Not sure if it's gonna be rounds wins or just point wins. Cause I'm still a little bit confused about that. We'll see, we'll see.
To be fair, I would be expecting a little bit to see the archer once again show up.
Ooh, that is definitely possible.
Or maybe even Wilding. What do you think? Hear me out on that.
Wildling. I mean, definitely, he's really good, but they just gotta hope that there's no Bane in the game because he's a relatively hard counter.
Yes, of course, but as Wilding, like as someone who is like playing both Hunter and Survivor, whenever I see Wilding, a cowboy or a forward in my match, I want to cry, especially on Wilding. He's so annoying, especially when you're playing
Yeah,
Galatia.
I could see why. I've played against Wildling before, and it was just so obnoxious. He kept harassing, and I almost just cried.
Yeah,
I was just like, it was so sad.
A good Wilding is a hell to go against. I swear to God.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, so about the dentist, huh? Did you see his trailer?
I'm a little confused.
Me too, to be fair, me too. But from what I see, he can teleport on top of hospitals, so this is already interesting. and I want to cry.
So in other words, what I'm hearing, he can teleport in hospital, so he's meta.
Yeah, he can teleport quite high. I wonder if he can also teleport on top of the big boat on Lakeside. If so, then I will be crying.
I would assume so, yes.
This will be interesting, though I'm also quite not interested because people say that dentist will be a doctor counter here.
I mean, that could definitely be possible. I wouldn't doubt it.
And with Doctor currently being quite a strong survivor now, with her most recent buffs, this will be looking quite good for hunters, and maybe we'll finally uh, get a new permaban hunter. Maybe Goatman will be finally free from that.
Maybe, but I just know I'll still be banning Goatman. Actually, you know what? I won't. I've played against Goatman a lot before because I play in tournaments. So I know how to like somewhat play against him for the most part. So it's not that difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Now let me think. As I said, I think it's relatively easy to go against him when I'm playing someone like Sayer or Lanternus. I'm playing someone else, it could be a little more difficult because they indirectly counter me, you know, because having multiple hits is just really good against Goatman. Right?
Yes, of course.
So, yeah, I would say my current bans, I personally ban Goatman, Ivy, and Sangria. I ban Goatman also mostly because I know not a lot of people have experience with Goatman, so it could be harder for them compared to me, who
No, of
has a little
course.
more experience.
To be fair, my permabans are Opera, Ivy, and Goatman.
Honestly,
Well.
if Goatman wasn't that big of a threat and everyone played tourney, I would say just ban a Queen Bee. Queen Bee is relatively annoying whenever you get them in a match. Hullabaloo isn't that big of an issue anymore because of his multiple nerfs, and we usually tend to do well in matches with Hullabaloo. However, sometimes we just get kicked, which is okay. It happens.
Yes, of course. But also, who is also a hunter that is not in meta, but also horrible to play against? I will say Mad Eyes.
Oh yeah, no, it's just too long.
I'm gonna need you to imagine playing a rogue hider, for example, let's say psychologist, without her stress already, and being completely locked on the cipher. Like yesterday, I was doing a practice with my team, and they were like, what happened on that cipher? And I got 4 chips on the cipher because I was firstly locked, like, there were 2 walls behind me, and then I got 2 chips from being locked inside the cage. So I was like, bro, what am I meant to do here?
Yeah, I definitely get it. Mad Ice can be really annoying to play against, and I feel like he's one of those characters. It's such a hit or miss character. Either you're doing really good against him, or you're stuck in a 20-minute match.
Yeah, it's same with Joseph when it comes to matches, or Hermit. Like, whenever I see Joseph, I see Mad Eyes, I see Hermit, I just know at least 20 seconds of my life and my rank time will be gone.
I mean, Joseph isn't too bad compared to Alva, if you think about it.
Technically.
Like, is slowing down progress isn't too bad. You just, like, make it up relatively fast, especially during, like, accelerated. I've heard that during, what's it called? Let me think. During, you basically want to push for accelerated decoding during, like, Joseph matches. Because you finish the ciphers faster, and he just can't pressure them that well anymore.
Yeah, but now imagine you have few survivors which already have slow decoding progress. For example, Double Rescuer, with, I don't know, let's say Mechanic, and whoever else has a slow decoding progress. Imagine that.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely say, Joseph can definitely be really hard to go against, but you also like kind of gotta realize what you're doing as well.
Hmm.
Because I know some people are just out there doing stuff.
Yeah.
Don't just do stuff.
However,
Hope that helps.
back to our matchup. It seems like we are gonna be playing on Chinatown now.
Ooh,
There,
okay. I
there,
personally don't really like Chinatown, because of like the map, the layout, I would say, with the palettes. But I just like it.
yeah. Also, it's a quite open map, so it can be difficult for some survivors, but easier for some hunters. For example, Breaking Wheel. And we are gonna see
Yes.
DHL survivors going first in here. This is gonna be interesting. I really need to see that Florian, guys. I'm sorry, I'm such a Fire Investigator fan. I want to see him being played. Please. I need this.
I think we all do. Don't worry.
We all want that Fire Investigator.
We want you.
Isn't that one IDV, not even IDV trend, that one song that goes like, "We want you in the Navy" or something?
Something like that, I suppose.
Yeah, this song is kind of stuck in my head. But who could be a hunter for this map? Because I'm kind of thinking it could be Ivy or it could be Breaking Wheel. Even in this tournament, whenever there was Chinatown being picked, the three hunters that I have noticed the most were Ivy, Breaking Wheel, and sometimes even Wu Chang.
Smiley.
That too. There's nothing smiley about him, by the way. Whenever I see him in my match, I'm just like, okay, yeah, bye. I'm not hiding this.
Whenever he's in my match, I just violently explode.
I just start sobbing behind my screen, like silently crying at this point. Because imagine you're playing, I don't know, you're playing a Mind's Eye. You're in the middle somehow because your rescuer didn't want to spawn in the middle, so you have to spawn in the middle. And then you see a smiley charge at you.
Yeah, I personally definitely don't like Smiley. I don't care what situation I'm in. I hate that guy.
Yeah, I think most
Well,
of survivors do. A lot of survivors dislike him.
I mean, can you blame them?
Yeah, no, I cannot blame them. Like, technically, he's not that much of a difficult character to learn, but kiting him, especially raw kiting, is so difficult.
Yeah, that's for sure. Like someone like Vera could definitely do better, but I still managed to mess up. Especially after Vera's new buff, it's just a little, how do you say it? It's just a little difficult. I feel like her difficulty just increased.
Yeah, no, of course, of course.
A horse is a horse, of course.
Of course. I don't know. I don't know. I sound so weirdly whenever I say of course. I don't know why. It's the accent.
It's alright. Don't worry about it.
But okay. To be fair, on Chinatown, I want, or maybe I want to be it to happen to see a priestess ban. If there's not gonna be a priestess ban, I'm gonna be actually surprised.
A prisoner ban?
Priestess.
Oh, priestess. All right. Yep.
I cannot pronounce these two. I don't know.
It's okay. Don't worry. It's fine. Looks like we'll be seeing a forward and a prospector ban from Novus Hunter, and US and wax artist will be out of it. I definitely don't want to see a wax artist on this map either. I'm gonna tell you now.
Yeah, I do agree. It seems like DHL are gonna take this chance of Doctor not being banned and pick her along with Enchantress in here. It's quite strong, and Doctor is also quite strong, so I do not blame them for taking her in this case scenario.
Yeah, for sure.
You're also gonna see an antiquarian bam, which is already quite interesting. Maybe it's just gonna be an Ivy. From what I know, Prospector is counting her a little bit when it comes to pushing her out whenever you have 100 corruption. So this is gonna be interesting. And we are also gonna see an Archer pick here from DHL.
Archer is definitely really good.
Yeah, she's quite a strong harasser. As long as we are also gonna see a first officer being banned here. A lot of first officer bans in this match.
Investigator Florian!
Let's go!
I wonder who's
have
gonna go
this.
with Florian, guys. I wonder who's gonna go with Florian.
Yes.
Is that Mello?
Mello is gonna be playing Archer from what I see. Justice is gonna be playing an Enchantress, Schnappy is gonna play Doctor, and Soup will be playing Fire Investigator. Quite interesting.
I think I've seen Soup. I remember Soup playing. I remember playing with Soup and Mallow before. I don't know if I remember. Like, I don't know if I remember correctly, but I think I might have seen Soup playing Fire Investigator, and they did relatively good. So
in this
I'm
match,
excited.
in this match, there's like 3 of my favorite survivors. There's Fire Investigator, there's Doctor, there's Enchantress. I'm happy. I am very happy and excited to see this match.
At least there is a Fire Investigator.
Exactly, we have Fire Investigator. We are all happy to see this.
It's okay. I'm sure Soup can cook just as good as Melloway.
Of course. Look, I just see Florian gameplay and I'm happy, okay? I don't need anything more.
Yeah, who needs it anyways, guys? We're just joyous to be here.
Of course, but who's gonna be the hunter here? It's hard for me to tell based on bans.
Another peddler.
Ooh, Peddler.
Definitely. Honestly, any hunter is a nightmare on Chinatown. I can tell you now.
Yes, I agree. Especially with Peddler having more of open spaces here in the middle. It's gonna be easier for her to vine. I wonder
Yeah,
what
for
build we will
sure.
see. Do you think we're gonna see Warp, Peepers, or Blink here?
I think maybe we'll see a blink this time.
Maybe. It seems like Enchantress will be running Borrowed Time and Flywheel here, same as Archer. Fire Investigator will be carrying Borrowed Time and Tide, along with Doctor running Borrowed Time and Knee-Jerk, so every single survivor in this team will be having that Borrowed Time.
Yeah, so we're definitely playing it safe. Sorry for the voice crack. But yeah, we're definitely trying to play it safe here. So yeah, I definitely think they're trying to lock in. Maybe get that 3 escape, 4 escape.
I think maybe the Peddler could go here for Archer here first, or maybe even Enchantress. After all, they cannot really use their items whenever they are being stunned by the Vine. So technically Peddler could try to play it a little bit on distance, like, you know, walk away from them or something. The way they cannot cancel that Vine, she can Vine them, and yeah, take that hit.
Yeah, I think the only person that is really good against Peddler here would be Florian. I'm not too sure about Archer or Enchantress personally, but I think definitely Florian would do really good against the Peddler.
Yeah, technically, if he's gonna be in some kind of entrance and she's gonna use Divine, he can block the entrance or just basically the path with his airbags, so there's gonna be a Vine wasted here for the Peddler.
Yeah, that's for sure. I mean, like his airbag is just really good against a lot of hunters.
Yeah, he can disturb abilities, he can assist, he can like give you
Disturbing
distance.
the peace.
Eli. Okay, but
Alright,
it's
looks like the peddler is heading towards the Florian here.
yeah, maybe she has some feeling about him carrying that tide. She wants that tide out of the game.
For sure, Tide is definitely really strong, obviously. It's like probably one of the greatest thing ever in existence. Unfortunately, my randoms don't carry it.
We are gonna see another vine, and we are gonna see the second airbag here being used. It
None
did.
of them have been destroyed though, so um you could definitely get them back.
Yes, of course. We are gonna rotate back here to double pallet along with the airbag. We are gonna take it back, and we are gonna use both of the pallets here. However, we are gonna also use the ball here. Did he? Oh no! For a second I thought he's gonna lock himself in there. And we are gonna see Warb being used, and Fire Investigator unfortunately going down.
Um I don't play Hunter, but as a as a non-hunter main, I'm just a little confused about the word.
I think she maybe
Hunter mains,
what
let me know why she did that.
maybe she tried to fool the Fire Investigator. She's gonna go through it. We have already seen one balloon rescue here from Enchantress, and we have also seen the attempt from Archer. However, it didn't work from what I see, and we are gonna see Fire Investigator being chaired here. Who do you think could go for the rescue here?
I definitely think it's either gonna be Enchantress or Archer because they could provide some good support. Looks like it's gonna be Archer. She did destroy the airbag though, but luckily Fire Investigator still has one airbag left.
Mhm. We're gonna see the first stun here from the Archer. Unfortunately, they both get chipped, and Fire Investigator goes down. However, Archer stays around to try and harass here. Will she get the balloon rescue? Yes, she has got it. Fire Investigator goes down once again. However, this has still bought us a little bit of time to at least prove these ciphers a little bit.
Yeah. It's looking the surfers are looking a little slow because obviously the Fire Investigator is unfortunately chaired on one of the ciphers.
We are gonna go here for the double rescue with Doctor coming in, also two body block, with Enchantress taking the damage here. Will Enchantress try to support a little? I'm not able to see for now, but Doctor is surely trying her best here to body block for Fire Investigator. We are
Ooh,
gonna
that's a really good cancel from the Enchantress there.
Yes, a
Um,
beautiful one, which has pretty much did quite a lot here for Fire Investigator, and a beautiful
this
airbag.
this Doctor is definitely being very annoying in a good way, but like
Of
you
course.
know what I mean. He's
Yes,
definitely being very annoying to the peddler. I think yeah, they're definitely healing each other. The
you're
work is gonna be out again, which is really good for the survivors. The all three of the last ciphers are looking pretty good right now. Enchantress is definitely gonna probably try to get another balloon rescue, which she will have a 3-stack for.
Yeah, she might have a free stack. Doctor is trying to heal a little bit at least. So we will see what will happen here. The trade is out, so even if she uses the Triumph card for excitement, it's gonna be in cooldown. And we see the single stack rescue. However, Fire Investigator goes down again. But we are gonna see a
Uh,
fourth heal here.
looks like that wasn't a 3-stack though, so I'm assuming
That was a
she definitely
single.
has some other she had some other plans.
Fire Investigator is up again. Enchantress here needs to be a bit more careful since he's one chip away here. Fire Investigator goes down. Enchantress has one stack to work with. Will she be able to survive? We are using the stack here not to go down. Doctor is trying her best to self-heal. And unfortunately we are picking up and Fire Investigator is being sent back to the manor.
However, the ciphers are looking somewhat okay now. Ooh, narrowly dodging that fine.
We are
And
canceling another passage here. Will Enchantress be able to vault it safely? No, unfortunately Enchantress will be going down. We still need one more cipher, which is already at 65%. I,
67.
Eli, now you have thrown me out of the sentence. Jesus Christ. Um, it seems like it will be Archer priming the cipher over here and Doctor coming in for the rescue. By the time she's gonna
Yeah.
get the rescue, the cipher will be primed. We will see how will it go now.
Oh, the doctor is slowly approaching the chair. Um, both of them have borrowed time, so whatever happens doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, the cipher is being popped. Enchantress still has a flywheel and 2 stacks, however we are gonna use a vine on Doctor. And we are gonna get it in the last second with Doctor going down. Enchantress
We
here.
do have warp up, so I'm assuming the peddler is likely going to Melloway's gate. The
Yes.
enchantress is kind of like running around somewhere near the back. I'm assuming they're probably going to backdoor rescue while Melloway is right there.
Oh, we have got the balloon rescue in the last second. And we still have a
Melloway,
free stack.
sorry.
We
Justice
still.
has a 3 stack, so I'm a
This
little
is.
nervous how this might play out.
Yes,
Archer has 1 bow, Enchantress has a 3 stack.
we are gonna find an Archer here, with Enchantress being able to get that rescue. What will happen? We still have that free stack. We still have it, so it is still capable of being done. But it seems like she's gonna try to chair a bit more far away from the gate. So even if Enchantress rescues, it will still be difficult here to escape.
Yeah, ooh, definitely, it was definitely looking like a tie, but it's looking more like a 3K now, unfortunately.
Unless they will play it very slow, the tension will be up in 33 seconds. Is
And
Enchantress
we
is
do have a doctor, so obviously Doctor is one of the best characters once the tension is over,
mm,
as she can just heal herself. I would
make
say it's best to go for the Enchantress first, since she has a 3 stack, and she is going to be the first one to die.
we're gonna go for
But
Archer here first, from what I see. You're gonna see a stun. Will the archer be able to get the rescue here? Unfortunately not.
ooh, it's looking like it's looking like it's another 4K. It's definitely not looking for not looking good for DHL here. I think they're definitely in a losing position. Um,
Yes, unfortunately.
I'm not sure if this marks it as a loss or not. Because they are very, very far ahead. Nova's very, very far ahead by points.
Regardless, it was very well played here by both sides, both by the supporting here from Enchantress and Doctor for Fire Investigator, as well as the balloon rescues from both Archer and Enchantress here.
Yeah, I definitely could see the vision. Unfortunately, Peddler.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is just Peddler. It's very difficult here, but it seems like this is gonna be a victory of the matchup here for the Nova, actually.
Yeah, it looks like Nova has won.
Well,
Um,
congratulations here to Nova, and well played by both teams. It was quite interesting
yeah,
to see this.
it was a very entertaining matchup for sure. Um,
Well,
I
it
feel
was
like I definitely feel like they could have tried to play it a little bit more safe, but there might have been just too much on the line. Oh, what the hell is this screenshot?
5,008,591 MS. Okay.
58,591 MS. Holy moly.
That's a very interesting pink, right? It's very interesting.
Oh, it's just so
But
beautiful.
But regardless, very well played by both of teams. We could have seen their best efforts in here, both from Nova and DHL. I've seen my Fire Investigator, I've seen Doctor, I'm happy.
I've seen my fair share of Gravekeeper. I'm also very, very, very joyous.
Yeah, and it seems like we'll be done here for today. Thank you for watching, and
Yeah.
we hope you enjoyed watching these two teams play as much as we have enjoyed it.